Next, join us as we explore the formation of tornadoes, which carry invisible yet incredibly frightening power. If you're impressed by the moments we bring to you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a like to let us know you appreciate this content. Back to the tornadoes, we're witnessing a strange phenomenon appearing in the sky. It looks like a terrifying column, covering the entire space below, ready to sweep away everything in its path. Oh my God! What could be more terrifying than coming across the sight of a fearsome tornado rampaging right on the highway in front of you on your way home? The dark tornado seems intent on sucking everything in its path into its core. Unbelievable! I bet you've never seen a bizarre sight like this before. A tornado suddenly appears right overhead, but what's unique is that it forms horizontally, like a gigantic bridge spanning the sky. In just a few short hours, this unusual tornado has grown powerful, sweeping everything in its path with the most intense force. I can't make sense of what's happening. In the sky, tiny tornadoes are swirling wildly, drifting like dark kites. Imagine them as young tornadoes, but with a terrifying power that rivals even the largest tornadoes. If you find this sight fascinating, leave a number 1 in the comments. The scariest sight. Tornadoes carry with them a devastating power, like the wrath of nature itself. As they sweep through, nothing can stand in their way. Sturdy homes and towering trees are torn apart and swept away in the blink of an eye. The streets turn chaotic with debris scattered everywhere, cars overturned, and the scene resembling a battlefield within minutes. The tornado not only destroys physical structures, but also spreads fear and despair, leaving deep scars in the hearts of those fortunate enough to survive. That's right! This is the devastating scene caused by the tornado. It's no coincidence that it's likened to a funnel of destruction, as wherever it sweeps through, it immediately plunges into horrific devastation. The destruction doesn't stop there. The sky quickly shifts from clear blue to dark and ominous, signaling the arrival of the strongest winds. The scene turns chaotic as everything is lifted into the air with terrifying force, making anyone who witnesses it shudder with fear. Now, nature's fury has intensified, creating powerful winds that can sweep through an entire neighborhood with terrifying force. Accompanied by deafening claps of thunder, lightning flashes across the dark sky. The area is bracing for a fierce disaster as the dangerous lightning bolts with their terrifying power begin to appear, signaling an impending and uncontrollable devastation. The powerful lightning bolts are showcasing their terrifying might in the sky, blazing and intense, like a horrific display of nature's fury. In just a few hours, the relentless downpour creates a terrifying scene. It seems as if the rain is determined to submerge the entire city under its immense power. The scene becomes horrifying as lightning continuously rends the dark sky, combined with relentless heavy rain. In nature's fury, humanity faces the most terrifying disasters, acutely feeling the devastation and helplessness before this boundless power. The most intense moment. As the storm hits the city, its horror is unimaginable. The fierce winds roar like monsters, sweeping away everything in their path. The rain pours relentlessly, turning streets into rivers of floodwater. Lightning flashes across the pitch-black sky, illuminating terrifying scenes, while trees are uprooted by the wind and rooftops are torn away like scraps of paper. Oh my God! The rain keeps pouring down, plunging the entire city into chaos. Everything, objects, possessions, and more are swept away and destroyed, leaving a devastation that cannot be immediately restored. The destruction from the storm, like the wrath of nature, makes everyone who witnesses it shudder at its uncontrollable power. We all know that a tsunami is one of the most terrifying disasters that Mother Nature can bring. It is likened to the ultimate power of nature, and the scariest part is its ability to easily engulf an entire city in the blink of an eye. Gigantic waves, reaching up to 3,000 feet high, come crashing in with unstoppable force, turning everything into ruins under their boundless devastation. Oh my God! Just one crash of the wave is enough to submerge picturesque beachside homes in a vast sea of water. The destruction happens quickly and violently, turning tranquil landscapes into ruins in an instant. If you feel the horror of this moment, leave a 1 in the comments so we can discuss it together. First, let's explore this terrifying disaster. Tsunamis are one of the most frightening natural phenomena, possessing immense power that can obliterate everything in their path. The causes of tsunamis are often the movement of tectonic plates in the Earth's crust, such as underwater earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or massive landslides. These colossal waves, moving at incredible speeds, can engulf an entire city in an instant. These waves are not only towering, but also carry boundless destructive power. When they crash ashore, they can crush everything in their path, from luxurious homes to critical infrastructure, turning them into rubble in just minutes. The devastation of a tsunami doesn't stop at material destruction. It also takes away many of humanity's precious things, creating an irreparable scene of desolation. Oh my God! This is a huge shock, not only physically, but also emotionally, leaving deep pain and lasting bewilderment for the survivors. The devastation and loss not only shatter lives, but also leave behind indelible memories of suffering that cannot be erased. A terrifyingly intense moment. Each wave rises, carrying with it a frightening fury that threatens the city. These aren't just ordinary waves. They seem to be determined to engulf the entire city with their destructive power. The darkened sky and the raging sea appear to conspire to create a horrifying scene where everything is forcefully pushed and ruthlessly destroyed. Their ferocity leaves us in awe of nature's overwhelming destructive power. Oh my God! The tsunami waves assault the coastal city with horrifying destructive power, like monstrous sea giants. As they crash ashore, each colossal wave breaks with an unstoppable force, sweeping away everything in its path. The sturdy coastal homes are suddenly engulfed and turned into rubble under the overwhelming power of nature. Now, the residents face hidden dangers left by the tsunami, while the city is submerged in devastation and an inescapable fear. The aftermath of the tsunami is extremely catastrophic and terrifying. A small village here has been devastated tragically. The seawater keeps rising, with each wave crashing forcefully against the fragile homes, flooding them from inside out. These houses struggle in vain against the cruel power of nature, as water invades every corner, plunging the entire village into a horrific flood. If you live in a high-rise building, during an earthquake, you should secure shelves to the wall and other important items. Otherwise, during tremors, these objects can fall and cause damage. You can easily replace a TV, but treasured souvenirs are irreplaceable, no matter the cost. Did you enjoy this video? Leave a comment at number 1 if you want to see more videos like this. Did you know? This is the purest spring in Sri Lanka, and the locals cherish this invaluable gift, seeing it as a blessing from God. Unfortunately, after a devastating flood, that serene landscape has completely vanished. On April 29, 2022, a powerful EF3 tornado swept through Andover, Kansas, causing significant damage to Prairie Creek Elementary School and the nearby Youth and Family Center. Fortunately, at the time of the incident, no students were in the school, and there were no fatalities in the Andover community. Are you enjoying the exciting moments of this video? Leave a comment on number 1 right below. On May 7, 2024, the sky in Newark, OH suddenly darkened, and the wind fiercely as a warning of the approaching strong storm. After the storm, the sky left behind a stunning display with bright lightning weaving through the thick black clouds. At a construction site, a landslide suddenly occurred, with large chunks of earth crashing down and burying part of the structure, creating a loud rumble. Fortunately, no one was injured. After several days of intense heat and drought, the residents of Northwest Arkansas were finally quenched by heavy rains on the evening of July 4th, 2024. This short video captures the moment of strong winds, bright lightning, and rumbling thunder as storms swept through the area. A severe storm suddenly hit the Brunnen and Schwyz areas, bringing hail up to 3 cm thick, strong gusts of wind, and heavy rainfall within 20 minutes. The intense hail caused damage to crops, trees, and roofs. Winds reached speeds of up to 50 mph, causing many trees to topple and posing risks of impact on homes and vehicles. The beautiful city of Istanbul is engulfed in a severe snowstorm. The sight of white snow covering every corner, blocked roads, and the frigid atmosphere leaves many people in awe. It's hard to put into words the devastation this disaster has brought to the people here. Everything collapsed in an instant, leaving tremendous losses in terms of lives and property. Pain and grief are everywhere, evoking deep sympathy and sorrow. The car carrying passengers was rolling along the narrow mountain road when it suddenly stopped with a loud noise. A series of large rocks unexpectedly tumbled down from the cliff, causing panic among the passengers. The wind howled fiercely, reaching speeds of over 80 mph, bringing heavy rain and dazzling lightning that streaked across the sky. Although the core of the hailstorm was fortunately to the west, the storm's power still made locals shudder with fear. The deafening thunder echoed everywhere, making it unbearable and forcing me to retreat inside to seek safety. On July 26, 2017, the Goslar area experienced heavy rainfall in a short time, totaling 142 mm within 4 hours. This significant rainfall caused the Oker River to rise rapidly, reaching a peak of 8.47 meters around 11:30 p.m. This level was 1.2 meters higher than the previous record set in 1947. Strong winds suddenly swept through, toppling the tall pines along the roadside. The crackling sounds echoed as the trunks snapped and roots were uprooted, creating piles of timber strewn about. The storm hit unexpectedly, submerging the entire city in a sea of water. The roads turned into rivers, vehicles were left scattered, and water flooded everywhere. A man named Mathara is driving through a storm in northern Hungary to work as usual. He's quite complacent, thinking that the small hailstones won't cause any problems. Suddenly, a loud bang echoes, and a fierce hailstorm pours down on his car, leaving many dents in the windshield. The rear windshield is completely shattered, with large hailstones getting inside and damaging the car's interior. Even the roof of the car has 2 large dents. Landslides are a terrifying natural disaster. Fortunately, this footage shows only a minor landslide, not powerful enough to trigger a full mountain collapse. If you're planning to travel to Goslar this season, think carefully. The storm situation in Goslar yesterday was truly alarming. Early this morning, local authorities had to mobilize police teams to help residents move safely. The dangers posed by this severe weather require travelers to be more cautious than ever to ensure their safety and that of their loved ones. Mount Etna, the most active volcano in Europe, has put on a spectacular display with intense eruptions, releasing hot lava and creating a massive cloud of gas and ash. After 4 weeks of moderate activity at the southeastern summit, this fierce eruption marks the end of this eruptive phase. The severe snowstorm that swept through Canada left heavy consequences, and her car was no exception. The intense blizzard, accompanied by strong winds and heavy snowfall, shattered the windows, dented the body, and possibly even damaged the engine. She had to carefully scrape away each layer of ice from the car to assess its condition.
Watch this.
This man bought his first car in January this year. 2 days later, after a snowstorm, the temperature dropped below freezing. He took an interesting action by getting into the car and breaking the ice covering the windshield. He gently brushed his hand along the ice on the door handles, window edges, and wheel wells, causing it to fall to the ground. Located in Los Glaciares National Park, Argentina, the Perito Moreno Glacier stands out like a magnificent natural sculpture. However, recently, due to climate warming, massive ice chunks have begun to break off, creating powerful waves and spraying white froth everywhere. Experience the incredible power of nature with stunning footage of the Sundkur volcano eruption. Witness the molten lava flowing in a breathtaking cascade from the crater. Florida just experienced a 3.9 magnitude earthquake this week, reportedly due to shock tests by the U.S. Navy. The USS Gerald Ford, CVN-78, is designed to be extremely sturdy. Look at that small boat in the middle crushed, yet it seems to hold its strength at the end.